Right now I am in our camper van. Betty, she needs a glow up because in 5 days time, we're going to a van life event. And I know it's a trailer and whatever. We're still invited, even though we don't have a van. But today, Frankie was in here working through some of the electrical stuff. We got some new components, but then he couldn't figure out how to make them fit. And we were having trouble with our electrical system back when we were in Vancouver Island, Canada. So if you saw those videos on our other channel, F&A Life, you know that the electrical system is something that we've been fiddling with for quite some time. Sorry if that all sounded weird. I also just realized I had Frank's mic in my other hand. But the whole point of this vlog is that it's 20 minutes, raw, uncut, real. And I'm going to take you back. Frank brought the camera in here earlier today because he thought he was going to vlog while he was working, but then he didn't. So we are getting ready to put Everly to bed soon. And we're just having an evening snack. So, like a pre-bed snack. I don't know if you have kids, but that seems to be kind of like a necessary requirement for sleeping, is that dinner was apparently too long ago. So we need a snack. This is Everly's new favorite chair right now. Loves it. And yeah, that's what's going on. That's what life is life in today. We had basically a day around the house. Frank was feeling his knee a little bit more than usual. And I woke up with a headache this morning, I think, after we went and did all that stuff yesterday. It was just a lot. And I kind of had a headache when I went to bed, and so usually that translates to a headache in the morning. So that's where we're at. What's for snack?
I get chips. Those are hash, cheese, and dip, and chips.
Chips and salsa.
Yeah.
And Everly just learned how to read 3 words.
Whoa, which
right?
3?
Which one's this one? Come on, you can do it. It's one of the names.
I feel
Starts
bad
with an
crunching
A.
while you were sitting here, but I'm also starving.
Well, you got to munch, you know? Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
This is not Anna.
This one's Anna. This one says, I love secrets. So since we did all that stuff yesterday too, my leg actually hurts quite a bit today. Not like, I don't know, maybe definitely did too much. I sat too much. And like
new people, what's wrong with your leg?
Oh, so I recently had ACL surgery. So if you're new here, there's a bunch of content on that actually underneath a playlist called knee surgery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So if you want to know what it's like to have your ACL surgery done and then a realistic point of view of what it feels like every day after that surgery, I literally filmed a video every day for the last 4 weeks on exactly how I felt and what was going on and the progression that I made over time. So what's great is I am walking. I feel good for the most part, except for today. I just feel a little bit tired.
A week ago, though, Frank was like, I don't know how people were saying like a month in that I'd be walking because you still had a crutch and you were still kind of like limping. But then really like 7 days later, you can, you know, you're still moving slowly and like a little bit like gingerly.
And I do have to take a fair amount of rest.
Sure, but like he can walk, which is great. And like getting rid of the crutches, I feel like is just makes the mobility so much easier. Just like not having to cart them around.
Well, and the real question wasn't if I could walk or not, but it was more the question of would I be able to get on a boat and go on a boat ride and like, and by a boat ride, I mean a boat trip, which is like a riverboat style trip, which is very casual, very easy, very little waves.
You want me to get it?
Chris is cooking dinner right now. Thank you, Chris.
What's on the menu tonight?
We're having pork chops.
Ooh, lovely.
Red peppers, barbecued red peppers, a combination of potato, onion, carrot barbecue, and then we're going to have broccoli steam broiled or steam steam because it's healthy for
There
you.
you go.
We're super lucky here. Chris is a professional chef, and he cooks hella good.
We're just ruining our dinner with chips and dip because we
No such
had a
thing.
teeny tiny, really early lunch.
If you
Don't
didn't
worry,
hear
I'll still
Chris,
munch it all up.
Chris said children do that all the time, which he's right. We definitely do. What is it, Everly?
I read this.
You want me to read some? Are you guys ready for some stories? We're reading some Elsa and Anna stories, some Frozen stories to Everly right now. The courtyard doesn't seem right either. Elsa continued. Suddenly, Olaf realized the voices weren't coming from the portrait, but from the study at the end of the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you?
Sound.
What are you doing? He asked.
What's that sound?
We're planning a party.
What's
Elsa
that
explained.
sound?
I don't know. I love parties. Olaf
What's
exclaimed.
that
What do you
sound?
think the sound is?
It's just talking, people talking.
People talking.
Yeah, they were talking about planning a party, right, Everly?
Yeah.
Nice.
Is it broken?
It's
Yeah, the
ripped.
bag is ripped open.
Oh, here's another thing too. What we're doing in these vlogs, they're super realistic. They're just our lives. And every single month we're trying to raise money for a different charity. And right now the charity that's on the top of the list that we're raising money for this month is I always go blank at this point for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. But the South
Coast.
Coast Humane Society in Brookings, Oregon. And it's where we adopted Paco. And if you haven't read the story yet about what it was like adopting Paco for us, you should go read the story because it is quite literally a wild story. Like, Paco potentially saved our lives. Let's just put it that way. So you're going to have to go look at it now that I said that. Yes, I will read this book. I love reading to you, Everly.
You want to have a drink of water?
Actually, this is like the most reading that I do every single day is whenever I read to Everly.
You do read articles about sports.
I read articles about sports. I read a lot whenever I'm doing like installation stuff, like if I'm installing a new product or stuff like that. So I do read a fair bit, but yeah, I think I read a lot more consistently when it's time to like read her to bed or in the middle of the day.
I just started reading a new book and I don't know if I'm like super into it. It's the second time I've tried to start it. I started it once and then had to like stop to read my book club book because I was running out of time for my book club.
Downstairs.
And then I was like, okay, now that I'm done my book club book, I'll go back and like try to get back into this. But
Yes, I do. Gotta put it in your
I feel like I'm having a hard time like
Are you trying to get out of jail?
getting into it.
I got you.
It's also really long. I think it's like 700 pages or something like that. For reference, a regular book club book, they have to be 400 pages or less to be like nominated as a book club book. So a 700 page book is almost double the length of a book club book, which isn't necessarily unheard of for like the fantasy genre, but it's called Swordcatcher. I heard some really good reviews, which is why I wanted to read it anyways. Like it was a TikTok recommendation but it's not about like usually when I start reading a book or if it's a good book, I'm like, ooh, I like every single free second I want to read.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh, I have like 1 minute on the toilet. I'll read a page. I have, 5 minutes after whatever, like every single free chunk of time, I want to read the book.
Yeah, yeah. What I want to know about Alex is taken on like a new endeavor in the sense she's learning how to yap better.
How's my yap?
Tell me about your yapping. Like, what is it? What is it exactly?
Okay, so it's a course by this girl, Jessie Jean, who I've been following on social media for a while. She really just started her account earlier. Sorry, there's a tractor going by. She just started her account earlier this year, and Everly's waving at him as he drives by. Anyway, she's really good at just like picking up the camera or like talking to the phone, talking to the camera, telling a story, making it engaging. I feel like short form content is something that I've struggled with. We do a lot of long form content between this vlog and our regular vlog.
Speaking of, our driving video is killing it right now.
Yeah, which is funny because I feel like we were both a little bit, obviously you know that we've been home from Portugal for a while, but it takes a long time to go through all the footage and edit the videos and all of that. So we do have some footage that we were like, should we make a video about all the food that we ate in Portugal? Should we make a video about all the food that we ate in Spain? Should we make a video about the day trips that we took from Lisbon?
And we kind of
Okay,
came
get
to
more
a
dip.
conclusion that we were going to stop after this video with the driving.
Because we were like, oh, like, I don't know if it's really performing that well. And also we have some like brand deal stuff that we need to do. Do you want more cheese or more dip?
More cheese and more dip.
Okay, I'll get both.
Okay. So anyways, we kind of made the decision to move away from the Portugal content. So that was going to be our last Portugal video. But now, of course, it's performing really well. So now we're like, oh, should we make the other Portugal videos? I think we can always go back and do it whenever we want.
We should make them, but
They're kind of more like evergreen videos versus
geez.
like
Thank you.
in order vlog videos, if that makes sense. Because it's just like a compilation of all of the different like most delicious foods that we ate on our trip to Portugal. So I think that it's a look back that we could do at any time. I also know that it's going to be a real pain in the patootie to edit because it's so much different footage over so many different like videos. So it was just going to be hard to like find all the clips to put it together. But anyway, so I'm doing this Yap challenge from Jessie Jean. She put out that she was doing this challenge and it like got very, she did a really successful launch where she made $1.2 million in like a week selling this course. And I think something that we've kind of struggled with online is actually like turning our views into revenue. So even though we, you know, like a view counts as revenue on YouTube, but then to actually turn that into buyers of products or buyers of, yeah. And like we have some books for sale and things like that, but we've never been very good at selling them or talking about them. So I feel like that's something that we need to get better at because, well, A, it's nice to be able to afford your life. And B, I made all these guides and it would be nice if other people read them. Like it's like information for you to make your travel and life easier. But yeah, we just want to make sure that Everly has a good life and that we can provide for her and then also live the lifestyle that we want to live in terms of spending all day, every day with her, traveling to new and exciting places. You okay? This chair is anti-gravity, baby. So yeah, anyways, I figured she knows what she's doing, so I could take some lessons from her. But so maybe that's why I've been a little bit less motivated about the book because I've been spending most of my free time trying to like keep up with the challenge.
Actually, speaking of your guides, right now the Alaska guide is actually selling quite a bit. And there's a bunch of people that are saying, oh, I'm going over all your content and also have my Alaska guidebook. Cool. To go up there and check it out. And it is a little bit, might possibly be like slightly outdated, but I bet you like most of the spots are still there.
Yeah. And a lot of the like basics are there.
Yep.
I was saying, Frank, we need, well, who knows? Yeah. Alaska's known for earthquakes. They're in the Ring of Fire. Yeah. But yeah, so if you're going to Alaska this summer, check that out because there's so much content there. But I was saying to Frank, we got to go back to Alaska. It's just so dang far away, especially if we want to take our own camper van there, which is how we would want to do it.
The one thing I was just thinking about, Alex, when like one of my favorite trips from Alaska was going on the jet ski ride.
That was very cool.
Going on the jet ski ride to the glacier.
Yeah.
That was super cool. It was like a 4-hour trip when we went on the jet ski ride to Blackstone Glacier. Is that what it's called?
I have no idea.
Black something. It was Black something.
Yeah.
But the glacier was amazing. It was beautiful. And it was well worth the money. I don't know how much it would cost today, but everybody that's went on that tour that has read like the book and found that tour through us absolutely loved it. And they were like, yes, it was very much worth the money. The thing about it is you have to book it real quick, like real soon, because it books up fast. And they're like, they get booked for the whole summer really, really quick. Hold up. I was also thinking about kayaking through the glaciers in Valdez. That was a super cool trip.
That was cool too
That was
because
a really nice video.
that was, and it was also more of a budget thing because I feel like a lot of the tours in Alaska, you're looking at like $500 to $1,000 per person for, you know, this 1 day excursion.
Well, this was $60 to rent the kayak.
Yeah, like we rented the kayak and she put us out there and it was like, you know, whatever. And that was probably one of the coolest experiences. We did probably make some bad choices when it came to getting too close to glaciers, but we're here to tell the tale.
I mean, we went over the top of the Malice. Those are really cool videos. Actually, if you go back and watch the Alaska series, you'll get to see that. The other thing about going to that spot is they also have e-bikes, and they even had like a dog carrier for the e-bikes.
That was fun.
Or a kid, and we were able to put Paco in there and tow him around, and that was a really cool adventure where we found different waterfalls and stuff like that out in Valdez.
What are you doing?
And if you're not much of like an adventurer when it comes to going on like a more intense type of thing, one of the coolest things you go see is the board tide come in, and like clockwork, like 5 minutes after that board tide comes through and you watch these people try to surf the wave, you'll get to see beluga whales and other wildlife that kind of comes in with the wave. You know, because all the krill and all the different small feeding fish are swimming through. So all the big animals come along with it as well too. So super cool, super unique, a lot of fun.
And you don't have to surf it. You can just watch other people surf it.
Yeah, which is dope to see because there'll be like 20 people trying to catch the wave, and not everybody catches it. And
well, that's a real bummer because then you can't catch it again until the next day.
And it's also freezing cold, and you know you deal with it because that's what you're trying to do.
And if you don't catch it, you have to swim so far because you have to like swim out so far to get the wave to begin with.
I remember Greg got it, and the first day he didn't get it, and he had to swim so much. I remember him coming out and being like exhausted from it.
Away.
He's just hiding behind a cloud right now.
It's not sleepy time.
It's sleepy time soon.
I want to sleep.
I know you've been fighting sleep a lot lately.
I want to sleep
Why don't you want to sleep?
because I want to wake up.
But what happens when you sleep?
Just mommy and ghost. They get come.
No, what happens when you go to sleep? Do
you grow bigger?
No.
What? Do you get smarter when you sleep?
No.
What? Come on. Sounds like you need to take a nap if you're not knowing the answer to these questions.
Yeah, I know. You definitely need to go to sleep like right now. You want me to carry you there right now? You silly little goose, you. But yeah, I mean, we have 2 more minutes to go. I was just double checking the time because we're so far away from the camera, I can't really see it. Yeah, I just find that adventure in Alaska to be one of the most incredible adventures we went on in our life. And it feels like it's so close, but it's also so far away.
It does not feel close.
Like, no, well, it's in North America. You know what I mean? Like, it feels close, but it's closer for us to go to Europe.
I wonder if that's true.
It's definitely true.
Even though you have to fly to Europe, it's probably like geographically less miles.
I would think so.
I wonder. We should Google that at some point. Like,
do you have your phone?
I don't have my phone either. I think the closest point,
Yeah, like going to Portugal,
somewhere
is
in
probably-
like Ireland, is probably like the furthest.
That's fair.
Like, east.
How far is the
West?
flight? How far is the flight to the UK or to Ireland? Wasn't that only 6 hours?
Yeah, but I don't know how many miles that is.
Google it, guys. Let us know.
Here, have another cheese.
But yeah, it's really cool. Like, but to get up there with your camper van is a hell of a drive.
Yeah.
It's like 3,000 miles.
We never even did it.
Like Seattle. You know?
We actually worked with a company to ship our van. So we were in Seattle and then they drove. I think we would have a better idea of how far away it is if we'd actually drove the Dempster Highway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like you're like, oh, it's not that far. But if you were on that highway for hours and hours and hours.
But the thing is, though, it's also very beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like you are seeing new scenery as you go and you come across different style mountains and terrain and all this stuff. So, and like, you might even have a snowstorm this time of the year, just randomly.
I think the trickiest thing about really long, crazy adventures like that now is that Everly cannot, like, it would be unethical to keep her in the car for so long.
We would definitely be pulling on, like, it would probably take us 2 weeks to drive from Seattle to Alaska right now because of Everly. Just because we only like to drive a certain amount of hours and that's it. But yeah, guys, it's been 20 minutes. We'll see you tomorrow.